Hey man, did you hear about those McDojos? McDojos? What are those? You know, like the McDonald's of Taekwondo, they're really cheap and they give you the worst possible thing that there is. No, I've never heard of that, but let's make a video, I guess, on how to avoid that. Okay guys, it's me Joey Pan from Just Kick TKD, and today's topic we're going to talk about exactly how you can find a good Taekwondo school in your area without being screwed over. The very first thing I want to talk about is that you should probably try to find a reputable master or instructor in your area. In the health and fitness industry, there's no exact license that's required preventing fake instructors, people that doesn't even know what they're talking about, to teach inside the United States. So if you guys are doing specifically Taekwondo, here's a clue. If your master came from Korea and taught Taekwondo in Korea, that's a 100% an okay sign, because in Korea you do need to have a license to teach Taekwondo to you. In America, no, you don't. You don't really need a license to officially become a licensed instructor. So yeah, that's your first cue. Now, just because your master is not from Korea for Taekwondo doesn't mean that they're not a good master, but it's something that you should probably consider. More importantly, you should find out if they're good at teaching. And the very quick way to find that out is, number one, check if they competed themselves and how good they were at it. Number two, see how good their students are in the competition. Now, when I say for number one, check how good they were in the records, I'm talking about check their pre-tournament records, what their previous accomplishments were. Now, when you guys check this part out, make sure that he competed in a sanctioned, official organization competition, not just random competitions that nobody ever heard of. Now, this has to be an official organization. Now, this point is pretty important to recognize, because when athletes compete in a formal organization like that, a lot of good athletes come together and spar and fight or do whatever they do to compete. Now, if they compete in an unsanctioned competition where just local schools or none of them are good and they compete against each other, well, yeah, not really something you want to have. So you definitely want to find a master that, if he did competed in a good organization and he knows what he's talking about. Which leads to the second point is, check if he actually sends his students to compete. Now, most masters in general that are good will send their athletes to compete, because this is a good measurement to see how good their instructions are, and they have to see and update themselves to see what they have to update on. Now, Taekwondo is a very fast-changing sport in terms of sparring and pumse, the forms. Now, weapons, they don't have an official thing. Breaking, there's no official thing, but regardless, you can see how overall they do. Now, sparring and pumse is an easy way to tell, because those ones have an official big tournaments, and believe me when I say this, for sparring, you'll definitely be able to tell by seeing how good they are in terms of competing. And pumse, the same thing, you can see on Kukyuan or a YouTube video on the World Championship and see how everyone spars. Now, pumse changes every single route, every single air. Sparring, probably like every other Olympics. So this is something that you definitely want to check. Now, this video is not to discredit anyone, but I do want to tell you guys right now, I don't want you guys to spend your money and go to a school just because you pay, like, let's say $20 less, to go to a school that you learn absolutely nothing at all, come to a club or something like that, like in university right now. I'm in a university and I see so many bad things, and they tell me that their master taught them basically nothing, and they come to me and they ask for my help. I honestly don't understand it, but they gave me the terminology of McDojos, which is like McDonald's for Taekwondo. Like, they literally don't teach you anything, and that is bad. Okay, so this video is for you guys. Yeah, so if you guys want to get a good school, be sure to check those things out. Okay, now, like I said before, your master does not have to spar to be considered good. I have seen very good masters that have never sparred before or wasn't that good at sparring, but very good at teaching. Okay, so I hope that covered a lot of topics, and I hope to see you guys next time. See you later.